All right, today we're tackling something that is absolutely essential for any analyst out there: how to pick the right process modeling tool. So let's get right into it. Okay, you know the feeling, right? You're staring at a business process and it's just a mess. A completely tangled web of tasks, handoffs, and weird delays. It's totally overwhelming. And you're just thinking, where do I even begin with this thing? Well, that's where your analyst superpower kicks in. See, a good process modeling tool is exactly what you need to take all that chaos and turn it into crystal clear clarity. Seriously, it's a non-negotiable part of your toolkit, and I'm going to show you why it's such a game changer for your work. First up, these tools are all about simplifying complexity. I mean, when you create a visual map of a process, it suddenly makes sense. And it's not just for you, it's for everyone. Developers, managers, the VPs, they can all look at it and just get it. And that leads right to the next point: aligning all your stakeholders. Think about it: when everyone's looking at the same map, the conversation gets so much better. It's focused, it's productive, you get everyone on the same page, pointing in the same direction, and honestly, that's half the battle right there. Okay, so once you've got that clarity and everyone's aligned, now the real fun begins. You can start to optimize. A solid model makes spotting those pesky bottlenecks and inefficiencies super easy. This, right here, is where you, the analyst, really shine. And last but not least, these models are fantastic documentation. They become this go-to reference for any future projects, or heaven forbid, an audit, or even just for new team members trying to get up to speed. It's all about building that solid knowledge base for the future. All right, so I'm hoping you're convinced you need a tool. The big question is, which one? Think of yourself as an adventurer gearing up for a big quest. You wouldn't just grab any old sword, right? You need the right gear for the specific monster you're about to face. So how do you choose? Well, it really boils down to asking the right questions across 6 key areas. Let's break them down. First off, ease of use. Is this something your team can jump into and start using right away, or does it require a PhD to operate? Then there's collaboration. We work in teams, right? So can multiple people jump into a model and work together in real time? Super important. Next, a big one: integration. Does this tool play nice with the other software you're already using, like Jira or SharePoint? You don't want it to be on its own little island. And what about customization? Can you tweak it to fit your company's unique way of doing things? Then, of course, there's the money talk: cost. Does it fit the budget? There's a whole range out there, from totally free to pretty pricey enterprise subscriptions. And finally, support. What happens when you get stuck? Is there a good community, solid documentation, or customer service to help you out? Seriously, thinking through these 6 things will save you a world of headache later. Just to make this super clear, let's look at 2 ends of the spectrum. You've got something like Draw.io. It's free, it's simple, and it's perfect if you're just whipping up a basic diagram by yourself. No frills, gets the job done. Then on the other end, you have an absolute beast like SAP Signavio. This is the premium enterprise-level stuff for huge companies with incredibly complex processes that need to integrate with everything. The takeaway here: there's no single best tool. The best tool is the one that fits the size and scope of your specific mission. Okay, enough theory. Let's see this stuff in action with a real-world case study. We're going to follow an analyst on a mission, a quest, if you will, to fix a massive problem at a car manufacturing plant. This story really shows you the power of picking the right tool and having a solid plan. So here's the situation. An auto manufacturer's assembly line is just broken. It's riddled with delays. And this isn't just some minor hiccup. It's costing them a ton of money. And worse, they're missing deadlines, which is terrible for their reputation. So this is the big, fire-breathing dragon our hero analyst has to face. So how do you slay a dragon like that? You don't just run in swinging. You need a plan. And our analyst has a great one: a simple 5-step mission. First, you got to map out how things are right now, the as-is process. Step 2, you use that map to hunt down the real problems, the bottlenecks. Step 3, you come up with some smart ways to fix them. Step 4, you model what the awesome future state will look like. And finally, step 5, you present your solution and get everyone on board. Simple, right? Let's dig into what they discovered. So by mapping everything out, our analyst found the real villains of the story. Turns out there were a few. The first was a huge bottleneck in quality control. They just didn't have enough inspectors. Villain number 2? Late parts from suppliers were gumming up the works. And the third villain was just plain bad communication between departments, which was causing chaos all down the line.
But once you've identified the villains, you can come up with a plan to defeat them. For the quality control jam, the analysts proposed either hiring more inspectors or, even better, automating some of the checks. To fight the late deliveries, they laid out a plan for much tighter supplier management. And to vanquish the bad communication, they suggested a brand new digital platform so everyone could talk to each other in real time.
So, what happened? What was the big result? Well, by creating a new model, a 2B process map, the analyst could actually show everyone how these changes would work. It wasn't just talk. It was a visual roadmap to a future with way better efficiency and reliability. They didn't just complain about a problem, they handed management the solution on a silver platter. The business case was just undeniable. So let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway here? It's simple, really. The right tool, chosen for the right reasons, and used with a smart, systematic plan, can turn what looks like an impossible business problem into something you can actually solve. And please remember this. A process model is so much more than just a diagram with some boxes and arrows. It's a story. It's the beginning of a conversation. And really, it's a map that shows your entire company the way to a much more efficient and successful future.
And that leaves us with one final thought, a question just for you. You've seen the playbook, you know the stakes. So, take a look around at your own work, your own organization. What's the first broken process that you are going to go out and fix?